Hello everybody. Hello everyone and welcome to Thursday Live. How are you all? Oh, I didn't realize that I still have my sound on. Let's turn that off. There we go. Sound is off. All right. Okay, let's see who's here. Hey Caleb, welcome. So glad you guys made it. You guys, I have been very much looking forward to tonight for a couple of reasons. One, I love coming and hanging out with you guys on Thursday nights, but also tonight is going to be the end of December daily for me, and that makes me super excited. Well, I guess that's a little tiny bit of a fib because I still have a little bit to do with Izzy on her album. So we are going to get that done, but hopefully tomorrow and Saturday, or just maybe even just tomorrow, we'll be able to finish it up. But everything's going to be done for December daily. I'm going to be able to put everything away this weekend and just like feel a fresh start, and like 2021 is actually here. Like we actually are in a new year. Hi guys. Hi Diane and Crystal and Kelly. Yes, those calendar reminders on Instagram are my favorite. I always forget to set the ones for Heba's lives on Sundays, and then it'll end and I'm like, dang it, I can't believe I forgot it. But I'm always grateful when I remember to set the reminder, because it does help. I mean, life gets busy and you forget, and then all of a sudden it's time and it's past time. All that jazz. So, hey guys, so what I'm going to do now, today my plan is to finish up this 3x8 album. I have 4 spreads left to go. I have them planned out. Everything's printed and ready to go, so it really probably won't take that long. And then once we have that done, I will do a flip through of the whole album. It's actually albums. There's 2 of them. So we'll flip through all of that so that we can see it all. And then this weekend I will probably go and drop it off to my in-laws. And then depending on how much time we have left, I may bring up some of my week in the life stuff. That's the next project that I will be working on live, is week in the life from 2020. So I'll bring up my stuff just to show you where I'm starting from, so that for next week, when we're working on a couple of those days, you can see like where we started, what I did in the meantime, and then what we're doing to complete those days during the live. So that's, I think, my plan for today. So what I will do is go ahead and get you guys flipped around so you can see my desk space here, and then we will get to work on these spreads. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Oh, you live in Michigan too, huh? That's amazing. Yes. Michigan, go Michigan. Okay. So let me get you guys settled in here. And there we go. So there's my desk space. And I just realized I have some lights on that's causing some shadowing. So let me turn those off really quick. And then that should be better. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. So here is where we're starting. So last time we ended on this baking traditions page. So this was story number 21. So we have 22, 23, 24, and 25. So I am working on the back side of a 3x8 photo that is inside of a page protector. So I'm going to set this to the side for now, and let's pull out the first packet of supplies. Okay, so this story, number 22, is all about the gifts that they gave for Christmas this year. And one of the things that Caitlin is my sister-in-law and Alex is my brother-in-law, just in case, because I'll probably just use their names. So Caitlin and Alex got their family members masks for Christmas and talked about like how crazy it is to like give the gift of safety. Safety with style is what they called it. So my sister-in-law works for the Loft outlet store here in Michigan at one of our outlet centers. And at her company, they did some like pretty patterned wintry masks. So she bought a bunch of those and gave them for gifts. So I've got some journaling here that I printed 3x8 to go inside of that page. I've got a photo of the masks, and then I also have this, just a filler card that says gifts of the season. And this was from the Pink Fresh Studio. I think it was called Oh What Fun collection. So the other thing I wanted to do is I have another little or like chipboard piece here. I'm going to hold it up so maybe you guys can see it. And it also says gifts of the season. I don't know if we'll see if it'll focus. But it says gifts of the season, and it's got a little girl carrying some gifts. So we're going to, for the last ones here, I feel like all of these are going to be pretty simple. Partially because, you know, you get to the point, I think, with December Daily where you're just ready for it to be done. So there's that part. And then also, I'm also trying not to add too much bulk to this album because it's already getting to the point of maximum capacity. So I just added some tape. I just added some roller tape around the outside here and then to the bottom of this, just so we can make sure that it is good and settled. And actually this whole thing fits, so I'm just going to put the whole thing up there. This is just some old pattern paper that I had in my stash, where the colors went nicely enough with it all. So that's what we're going to do here. Trim off the excess, and then we'll add a little bit at the bottom too, I think, just to like close it in. I like it when things have like clear defining tops and bottoms, like it's almost like it frames it. And then this piece, I need my tweezers, there they are. This piece we'll put up at the top. All right, there are a lot of Michigan people. Oh, hey Caitlin, I see you're on here too. I love it. So I'm really bummed. Well, not, oh, let me back up to go forward. So I started actively posting on Instagram, and something really cool is that tomorrow, the 15th of January, is the 1-year anniversary of me being here on YouTube. So it will be the very first video I ever posted was January 15th of 2020. So that is pretty cool. Anyway, so when I started to become really active on Instagram and on Facebook and all that stuff, YouTube. Not too long after that, the COVID stuff came out. So like one of the things that's been really cool is meeting people online who live in Michigan. The thing that stinks about that is that I really wanted to do some kind of like meetup, because I thought that would be so fun to meet other people in person, like go do a crop maybe at a local scrapbooking store or something like that. And we've never been able to do it because COVID. So eventually someday when things are better, we will come up with some kind of, I need to put a number on here. We'll do some kind of meetup eventually, because I think that would be super cool. So that is my goal for someday. All right, so we've got the gifts, we've got this. So all I have left to do is put numbers on here, and I need to get my number bin. So that is that. Come to Canada. I would love to come to Canada. Depending on where you are in Canada, you could be either super far away or you could be somewhat close. Here in Michigan, we do have like, I want to say the tunnel over to Canada from Michigan to Canada is like an hour away for us. My husband and his brother, well, their family, they used to have a house in Canada for a long time. They sold it before we got married, before we started. Actually, it was right after we started dating. So I went to their house one time. What day is this? 22. But yeah, I would love to go back. I really want to go to, where do I want to go? I really want to go to Stratford again. I went there as a teenager with my grandpa, and I would love to go back there again sometime soon. or, you know, when COVID's not a thing anymore. Okay, so this one, well, actually, that could kind of work there, maybe. Okay, so we do have this is like a plasticky, like plastic numbers. These, by the way, I don't know if any of you guys ever, like, if you guys are Allie Edwards fans, like if you like her products, she has these as an add-on to the kit that was just released yesterday. So I definitely grabbed them again because I love having these numbers. I've used them a lot, the transparency ones. Okay, so I also have gold. So far I just kind of like the subtlety of that one. I have black. Would take 29 hours. Oh my gosh, yeah. Wait, did you say? Yeah. 29 hours. Yeah, not gonna drive that. Okay, we got 21. It's not 21, it's 22. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with these clear ones just because I really like the tone. Like the tone goes very nicely with the masks. I don't need that. I don't need this. Yeah, I think that looks good. So we'll set my numbers to the side. I'll need those again here in a minute. And let's staple this on here. So I'm just going to line it up at the bottom, use my tiny attacher. I think I'll just staple it right there at the bottom. Looks good. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to do for that one. Just keep it real simple. Not over embellish too much. My desk being me. Yes, I am. I definitely am a neat scrapbooker. Like I can't handle a lot of mess. And sometimes like, and you know, what a mess to me is not necessarily a mess to everybody, right? So for me, sometimes when, especially during lives, I'll start to have like too much stuff here and I'm like, yeah, I got to clean this up because I can't even concentrate on what I'm doing. So yes, I do have to have like a very neat desk. Okay, that's what I want. I should put these not up here. No, I'm just gonna put them back where they came from. Okay, so then we will stick these guys in here. And that one's like a little bit too tall, so I'm gonna trim some of that off. So that's gonna bother me. And then we'll put this one in here. Okay. Are scrapbook conventions a thing? Yes and no. So there are scrapbooking retreats. There's also like here, Caitlin, here in Michigan, in actually in Birch Run, there was an expo this not this summer, it must have been last summer, where scrapbooking companies, so like, yes, they're definitely a thing. I've never been to one. There's also like this really, really big one. Why can't I think of it? You guys will know it. It's the one where like they reveal all of the next year's stuff. What is it called? Oh my gosh. Scrap something. A mega meet. That's cool. Hey, Melly. Glad you're here. Yep, we're talking about scrapbooking retreats. Scrapbooking conventions. There are retreats, there are conventions, there are crops are like a smaller one. So a lot of scrapbooking stores will do like crop meetups and stuff where you can sign up and your group can go and do some scrapbooking. There's one here. It's in Troy, Michigan. I think it's Troy. It might be Sterling Heights, actually. Now that I think about it. But it is called Scrapbooking Tree, I think. And I've actually been to that. I've actually met a few people that I met online at a crop there, and it was super fun. But I haven't been able to go back since COVID. The Novi, yeah, so there's one at Novi. There's also one, there was one in Birch Run not last year, 2 years ago. I almost went to it, but I didn't. And then, Okay, so this is story number 23. No, yes, 23. And this is about our Christmas Atom party. So actually I'm gonna flip that over so I can see what I was gonna do here. But you guys, what is the like super big one called? The one that you have to like, I don't know, that like all the famous, and I say famous, you know, like like all the designers and all of that they go to. What is it called? It happens in like January. It got canceled this year. I'm so angry that I can't remember what it's called. So dumb. Okay. All right, so let's see here. So this one I'm doing 4 of the 3x4s. I just have to figure out like what order I want to put these in. Creativation. Yes, there it is. Creativation. That is like one of the biggest ones. I think you have to be invited to that one, which is crazy. Okay, I think I kind of like that. So I have like the leaves and that. I think we're going to go with it like this. Plus the journaling technically goes from up here down to the bottom. So I think that will be fine. And then it's just, do I want to layer some things? Do I want to just leave that in? I think I just like the pink and that's it. I could put that down there. Maybe. Maybe I also need a number. So let's get 23 out. Business and retail license. Okay. Crop and create. Ooh, what does CHA mean? Or is that the same thing as creativation? CHA. Millie, I like how you capitalized all of it so I could see it. Yes. Because sometimes I just glanced there and that like popped out at me. CHA, creativation used to be. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so we need 23. Let's go in this. Everyone calls you Milky. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Yeah, because autocorrect wants to change it to Milky. That's hilarious, Millie. That's hilarious. Okay, so we've got 23. Nope. 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 So there's again like those clear ones. I really like the clear ones. Not on this, but I just like the way that you can still see through them. Okay. So these are all no's. Back in you go. The other thing is maybe this little round one here. Like what if I put you up there? December 23rd. Like it's real subtle. And the other thing is maybe I want something different. Let me see what I have for some of these smaller pieces. Okay. Starbucks cups. Shu Wen. So is your name pronounced Shu Wen? Like Shu Wen? Or is there a different pronunciation? Starbucks. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, good. Now I know. Yeah, I like to have everything like compartment, like to make it easier for me to find everything. That's why I have my Shu Wen. That's okay. That's like my last name. When I tell people how to pronounce my last name, I have to do the same thing, like write it out phonetically, because it doesn't match up to the spelling. Because it looks like I do Nate, or some people pronounce it I do not. But because it's a Spanish last name, or it's Mexican, so it's it's Spanish. The I is pronounced as an E, so it's E do not. And that gets confusing. Let's see if I've got anything fun in here. Okay, ordinary, around the table, deck the halls, twinkling lights. No, I don't really know. Just wanted to see if I had anything that would be fun for like on this photo. Maybe one of these. Yes, and there's the Enye. and there's the enye. So like when I'm talking to most people, I'll tell them that they pronounce my name Idunate because it's just easier for them to say Idunyate, but it's really Idunyate. There's like a niya in there. So Idunyate. Yeah. Exactly. There you go, Kate. Caitlin, there you go. Idunyate. It's a whole mouthful. It's a whole mouthful. So when Aaron and I named our kids, we gave them very like normal names with normal spellings because we knew that they were already gonna have it difficult with their last name. And my last name used to be Shaw, like SHAW. So it was like a really easy. Oh, you know what? These fit in there nice. Tree time, nice list. Not so nice list. Oh, what fun. Like, oh, what fun's kind of cute. Just to give it something. Tree time. Or making magic. Sorry, I'm just playing around with like embellishments here to see what I can use up on this page. I kind of like that. What do we have for like stars? Do I have any? Maybe some white stars. Okay. My husband and his dad, I don't know if Alex does it too. Caitlin, you'll have to tell us if Alex does this too. When they ordered, like when they would used to call and order pizza, because now you can just like, you know, text it in or whatever. When they used to call in their pizza order, they would always say that their last name was Smith. So they would say like Aaron Smith. And their dad, you know, would say that his last name was Smith. Just because it was easier for the people on the phone instead of being like, well, how do you spell that? So it was funny. I think I might do that just for something fun. Why not? Why not? Oh, I forgot to put that back. Whoops. Anyway, it's fun. Names are fun, right? We both gave up. Yeah, because, yes, we did. We gave up our easy names for hard names. Yep. All right, Emily, Emily, I'm looking at your last name. I'm going to see if I can try to pronounce it. Is it Velikez? Velikez? That would be my guess. Based on spelling. Whoa, that's a crazy name. Toivian? I can't even say that. Names are fun, you guys. They're so fun. Like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so, or I might just leave it as making spirits bright. Let's not overcomplicate this, right? So let's leave it. I'm putting this sticker back on, hopefully. I changed my mind, and I don't want to use you. Okay, we got it. Yay. Didn't ruin the sticker. Oh, hey, Alice. Welcome to my live. I'm so glad you made it. Which is so awesome. I love how platforms like this one bring people together. So yes, I'm excited to catch you that you're here too. So Alice has a YouTube and she makes the most amazing, like, creative things. I can't even explain. Like, you make, I love watching when you make, like, gosh, what am I trying to say? Sorry, I'm trying to get this off at the same time as talk and I can't. Ugh, get off of here. Like handmade embellishments, and you did pocket pages sometimes and all that stuff. And I started watching Alice's videos like 2 years ago and Instagram stuff. So it's just crazy. It's crazy to have you here live. It's with me. Like, what a world. It's so crazy. Okay, here we go. Oh, I need to put my number on and then we're good. I meant to be working. Nice. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. And Andy, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Diane is dearly D, which I'm sure if you guys, seriously, if you guys know who I am, then you already know who both those ladies are, because they're awesome. You guys, thank you for coming. Okay. I'm like losing it. All right, here we go. So this one is done. So we're gonna like call that done. Easy peasy. Throw it in some pockets. And look at that. We already got 2 of these done. 2 out of the 4. Because we're blowing through it. We're getting these things in the pockets. So I will say that, you know, this is the first December daily album like this. Oops. That I've ever done in a 3x8 size, right? Which gets a lot. Oh, I'm looking right now. Velasquez. Okay. I think I said that right. Tell me if I said that wrong, Emily. So 3x8s. 3x8s get a lot of flack, you guys, for like being not as good as the 6x8s or the bigger ones. But this album has been so fun. This has been such a fun size to work in. Yes, 3x8. And this one is from the Allie Edwards travel collection. I had purchased a couple of them for some other projects that I never ended up doing. So they were perfect. Like the gray color was perfect to use for December Daily. And I love it. I love this 3x8 size. It's really fun. I probably would never do it for my own because my own albums tend to be like, not that I don't pull out all the stops for Caitlin and Alex too, but my own albums tend to be like really bulky and there's a lot of things. So I don't know if I could bring myself to do a smaller version with my own. Who knows? Maybe in the future I will. Okay, so for this next spread, I've got some supplies. So we've got this little card. I don't even know where this came from, really. Actually, I think it was from this paper. It's super cute. It's got like pink and green and teal trees. This one was from an older My Mind's Eye Christmas collection from like 2018. This was from the Pink Fresh collection. I just added my journaling on there from my computer. If you guys don't know how to do that, I do have a tutorial on my YouTube. You can just search for like text. I think it's like text on cards or something like that, and it should bring it up. But that will tell you how I like type it all up on my computer, stick this, I like literally put tape on it, stick it onto a full page paper and run it through my printer, and it prints the words right on there. Sometimes it's more complicated than others though, because you have to like measure out the lines and stuff. So that can be annoying and time consuming, but I also really like typed out journaling because I can add more and I like to have all the words. So this is Christmas Eve, day 24. I've got a couple of pictures from, they went and spent the day with my husband's family. So my mother-in-law and father-in-law. And then I also have a little bit of extra journaling. So I had some here with like a ... and then it continues in here. So all of this is going to go inside this little envelope here. And what I want to do, I'm probably going to use some clear acetate actually to create the holes for it, because I don't want to punch the holes in the envelope. That is definitely what I'm going to do here. So I think as long as this is a straight edge, which I think it is, it looks straight to me. So we'll go ahead and punch this, put some holes in it so that, actually, let's find out where this will fit best. So like this one I can just put in the pocket. I don't need to do anything else to it. This, I was going to add like that, and then a 24. So, and then this one looks like it'll go 2 and 2. Okay, that works. So we'll just put this kind of in the middle here. So we get 2 and 2. This is a 6-hole punch that I got from Amazon. Okay. Make sure that I've got this positioned kind of good. Yeah, we're good. All right. Put that down. Okay, so that gives me the 2 and 2. And then this also has it has like one of those protective plastic things on it. So I'm going to try to get that off too. There we go. So it has that just to protect the plastic. Okay, so there's that. Next, I'm just going to put it in like I'm putting it in the album. And then that can help me position where I want this to go. Like, do I want it to be right next to the holes? I'm thinking yes. Yeah, I think that will be best. Okay. All right, so let's do that, and then we can decorate this card too. All right, so we'll begin here, and what I will do, I'm just going to use some score tape because it's got a really strong hold, and we're taping it down onto plastic, so that will hopefully hold it down nice and good. Oh yeah, so this right here, my cut file, which I backed part of it because this is all I'm going to use. So I'm using 2 cut files today. One is this one right here. Both of them came from Paige Evans' 25 Days of Christmas Cut Files from this year. One of them is a garland. I cut mine out of a couple different colors and never ended up using it. So I decided to pull it back out and use it with this one. Oh, Inken, you're here too? You guys. I can't even believe it. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. Like, I seriously can't even believe it. Okay, so I am going to trim off the rest of this plastic piece. Just get rid of that. Yeah, so I have this one here, which was the garland, and then the other one I'm using is just the title Christmas. And that will go, oops, that will go obviously for Christmas Day. So you'll see that one here in a second. Okay. Wow, I'm missing out on a bunch of this chat. I need to see what you guys are up to here. All right. Okay, so then that gives me this. Life Crafted. So I thought when you're talking about landscape photos that to me, the size hasn't been, like, I thought it was going to be a lot harder to find pictures that could be that really long, skinny, tall. But it hasn't been too bad. I feel like it might be a little bit harder with travel albums because you usually have a lot more scenery. I don't know. To me, it's worth it to try it. Like, I would totally try that. I want to. So because I put this on acetate, because I have tape, you can totally see the tape on here. So I'm thinking I might back this with some kind of pattern paper that is similar in color to that. Like, I have this that could totally work. So that's what I'm going to do. Just so it's all, oh, I can tell. So this is something I tried to do a cut file out of maybe last year. But you know what? It'll be fine. You can't really tell unless you really, really, really look at it. So it'll be fine. Yeah. And you guys, I'm the same way. Like, I typically take more of my photos like up and down vertically instead of horizontally. Because the horizontal ones are the hardest ones for me to find for project life. Like, I always have to be like, oh no, what am I going to do for 4x6 this week? Because I don't have anything. Because I take so much more going the other way, for sure. Instagram stories. Which, your Instagram stories are amazing. They're so good. I feel like I'm okay at taking pictures. I won't say okay. I'm pretty good at taking pictures, but like Ingen's pictures are amazing. They're like so good. Same with Lisa Varshine. I'm trying to think who else's stories that like there are some people that you look at Kelly, oh my gosh, why can't my mind, you guys, my mind, Kelly, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. Anyway, she takes amazing photos too. God, why can't I think of Kelly's last name? Kelly. Okay, I don't want to cut the hole there. It's just because I'm doing multiple things at a time. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So that gives me this little like pocket dealy thing. Then on the back side of this, my plan is to put this guy up here. So we'll just add some adhesive to the back, throw it on there. This will be good enough. I'm glad I did that because I think that that would have bothered me knowing that it was not finished on the back side. Okay, so there is my garland. And then what I want to do is make it as though there are some stockings hanging off of it. So, and that just gives it a little bit of decoration on the back side and makes it feel like it has a purpose, even if it doesn't have a purpose, but it feels like it. So its purpose is being pretty. Okay, so we'll give our stockings a go, and we'll give our, I have this little banner that says Christmas Eve, which that will work here at the bottom. And it's basically just like a filler card, you know, so that works. Then we can open up the inside here and put all these little photos down in. Oh, you guys will not be disappointed. Not at all. Yes. Definitely should follow Incan. Definitely. Okay. So all our little photos and journaling fit inside this pocket. And then we can just add this onto here. And I need a 24. So let's find a number for 24. Not this. It's going to be put away for a second here. And then we'll be on to 25. I feel like today might end up being a short day because I only have these 4 spreads. We'll go through like what I'm going to be working with for one little word, and then not one little word, week in the life. I suppose if we still have time after that, I can show you guys my progress so far on my reading journal that is done Heba style, Heba Alsabai style. Okay. Oh, there's a 24, 22. Your prior governor got charged. Oh, Snyder, Governor Snyder, who like failed with the water crisis. Yes, Kelly Ishmael. Yes, thank you. Thank you. One thing I will say for Kelly, if you guys don't follow Kelly, she's another one that you should totally follow Kelly. She is an amazing photographer, and she also has a blog that I just found out about, which is like, how did I not know? But I found out about it. So she's got a blog, and she does photography classes, which I know I could use photography classes. And I just discovered that. I thought that was so cool. She's like, she does like photos of like things in her home or like plants. Just amazing. She's an amazing photographer. She is the, what am I on? 24. She is the one who is like the manager or like does, like she basically is the leader of the creative team for Allie Edwards. Like she helps us make sure our things are all turned in on time and, and all that stuff. Okay, so we're on 24 here. Okay, so I could do this one again, which I might just do that again. Or we could do you fit up here? What would you look like? No. What would you look like just like on here? Maybe. Okay. How you get all this done. So homeschooling, you guys, is like, can I just say that I cannot wait for things to return to a point where I don't have to homeschool anymore, because man, it just takes it out of me. Like, it's so difficult. And the kids, so like the two kids that I have are polar opposites. So one of them, my daughter, is a perfectionist. She likes things to be done like just right. She's very slow, which is okay, except for when we're in a hurry, and then it's not so okay. So she's like that, and she is very sensitive, right? Then her friend, the neighbor's son, is competitive and like doesn't, he's very quick. He doesn't do anything slow. And like, I don't know, like he can't like stop himself from speaking. Like if he knows the answer to something, he will say it, even if he knows he's not supposed to say it. So they're polar opposites, and they like fight and bicker, and then I fight with them and we bicker. It's just like the worst. So first of all, for homeschooling, I totally got you, Ingen. Like, I know it is so hard with this COVID stuff and having to homeschool. I cannot wait. I just want my kids to go back to public school. Actually, they never even went to public school. They went to daycare for a while and I guess preschool, but I'm so ready to like have some peace and quiet in this house again. In terms of getting things done, I don't do a whole lot of other things. Like I don't really do anything. Like one of the things I see that you do is you go outside and go on hikes and go on runs, and you're in nature, which is awesome. I wish I did that more. But I don't. And instead of doing that, a lot of times I do crafting. I also batch a lot of things. So like, for instance, today, well, let me back up. So yesterday I had about 6 process videos ready to be edited and voiced over. So yesterday I spent the day voicing them over, downloading them, and then posting, uploading them and scheduling them to YouTube. And then that left me like, then I had no more projects ready. Oh, that turned out really cute. So, today what I did is I took out like 2 or 3, how many did I do? I think I did 3 projects that I can do next. And I went and I got the photos downloaded and edited and ready to print. I got the journaling done and ready to print. And then I generally have most of it figured out. Like I will take as I'm doing photos and journaling, I will sketch out my idea of what I want to do for that spread. Sometimes it's even before I have the photo and journaling, I have the spread idea done. So then it's just a matter of printing everything off, and then I've got like projects lined up so I can just come over here and get a bunch of them done. So it's just kind of batching things. For me, another big thing is pre-planning it. So I do like the planning videos, the project planning videos. But that's, before I did the videos, that's still how I did everything. Like I like to just get my things out, see it all, and predetermine what am I going to do with it. It helps me to know what to work on next, or what to batch, I suppose. Okay, so this I'm going to put away. All right, so we're on to the last one here. Another thing is that my husband has really like stepped in and helped out. So he took over dinners. I used to, and sometimes I still do, like prep all of our meals. So I would prep about 2 weeks worth of meals in one weekend. So then I wouldn't have to do anything cooking wise. I could just put it in a crock pot. It would cook all day, and then dinner would be ready. Eventually you get sick of crock pot meals. So then my husband was like, well, why don't I like take over dinners, and I'll cook us fresh meals, and who's going to say no to that? Not me. So he right now does our dinner, which is really helpful. Really, really helpful. This is the other cut file, you guys. So this is from the 25 days of cut files from Paige Evans. I shrunk it down really small, and I'm just going to add it onto a page as an intro into Christmas. So this is just going to go here like that, and then we'll have Christmas pages after that. trying to think, like, what else do I do? Yeah, planning helps for sure. Organized, yeah. That is one thing for sure about me, is I have to have things like really structured and organized for a few reasons. One is I just like it that way. It makes me feel less scattered and like I have a way forward. When I don't have a plan, I don't know, I feel sometimes like paralyzed, like not knowing what to do. So having a plan helps for sure. I'm just gonna get all this stuff out here. A whole bunch of things to work through. Yeah, this one's really cute. It was a really cute file. Okay, so we got that. So I don't know if that answers a lot of it. I've had a few requests for videos on like what we do or what I do to like in a week, like what I do to help plan for our family life so that I've got more time here to craft here. So there's that. I also have a problem with reneging on on commitments that I put down, meaning I don't ever. So like if I say, you know, I'm going to show up here every day in the month of December, like I have a really hard time letting myself not show up, if that makes sense. So I have to be very careful about what I say I'm going to do. Otherwise, I will push myself to my limits in order to make it happen. I'm probably not alone in that, I'm sure, but that is definitely the way my brain works. Okay. Okay, so this is a picture of my niece on Christmas morning. She's so cute. And then, let's see what else you guys have said. And then I've got 2 pieces of journaling. So I've got a front and a back side. This is going to go inside of a 3x8 pocket. I want to add some of this at the top of them. Maybe the top and bottom of that one. This one I can go ahead and punch. Sometimes I already have the holes punched, but I don't. So let me see if I've got a page in here. Do I not? Oh, of course I don't. Okay, so let me get a template here. And this will tell me where to put the holes. It's so cute. I know, these are my favorite things to give as gifts. They're my favorite, especially now that we have some littles other than my kids. It makes it really fun. This year I'm planning to do a baby album. I actually already made the first spread for it. It's going to be one of my Story Kit Crush projects. But I'm making a baby album for her first 12 months. And where'd that go? There it is. And my plan for her baby album, first of all, I'm doing it in the green 3x8 album from December Daily Release, Allie Edwards. So I got that for her. And then my plan is to do one spread each month that has like her stats, you know, so like what is she saying anything, or what sounds is she making? Is she moving? I got this book that has different prompts to fill out, and so each month I send it to my sister-in-law and she fills it out. So my plan is to take that and to create a spread once a month with that. So we've got, you know, documentation of all that kind of stuff, but then to also do 2 stories. So to use my story kits, and I'll probably do one for Story Kit Crush and one for whatever new kit comes out. Let's see where I want to position this. To do 2 stories. So she'll have, you know, both stories and, sorry, I want to position this just right. She'll have stories and stats, which I think will be really fun to look back on in the future. So let's put that down there. So really fun. So my plan is, yes, to share the album, you know, obviously as long as it's okay with with Caitlin and Alex. And I will probably make up some kind of, I'm gonna have to use my other thing. I'll probably make up some kind of card, some kind of journaling card. I need to design it so that I can just fill in the stats for every month. And whenever I do that, I will share it so you guys can have access to it too. Because I know, you know, we also are not the only ones with babies to document. So once I get that done, I'll share it with you guys too. But yeah, so some of it, like I've got not this week, but next week, my Story Kit Crush project has one of the stories that will go into her album using the kindness kit. Oop. So yes, okay, let's do that, and one more. I might as well just do them all so they all match and not have one smaller than the other. Okay. So there we go. So that gives me the Christmas title, which will go here. Super cute, which is our intro into Christmas Day. So we've got the picture of Mabel, and then we need to do the journaling portion. Oh, yes. So again, yes, they watched along the whole month long, which is really fun. So all of my December lives and my December lives and my January lives so far have all been this album and only this album. I did it that way because I figured if like in the future somebody wanted to come on here and see like how do you put together a 3x8 album for December Daily, then they could see, you know, they could find all of the content all in one place. It's just all live. And then for my 6x8 album, which was for our family, those are all edited process videos. But it's been really fun to have them watch, you know, follow along the whole time and see this come together. Which also worked since they're not getting it until after after Christmas. Oh wait, I think I was gonna do this one here. Yeah, I might do that one. Okay, let's put some over here. So I want to do the same thing to this side. And that and that. And that. My first album was Nephew's First Year. That's really cool, Caleb, that you made, that is what got you into scrapbooking, huh? Was making an album for your nephew. That's super cool. I love it. I love that they'll be able to look back on it and like see what it was like when they were a baby. I wish, so I'm working currently on some of my older Project Life albums. I started Project Life in 2018. That's when I came across it all online. And so I've got like 3 spreads in 2018 done. And then I decided like I don't really want to go forward with 2018 until I go back and do some of the older ones. So I like put that one on pause. And then I went back in time and did 2015, which was the year my daughter was born, and 2016, which 2016 I just finished last year. So I still have 2017 and 2018 to complete, which I wanted to do that because I felt bad that my son was going to have like everything documented from the day he was born. And then my daughter wouldn't have anything documented until she was 4. So I was like, yeah, I need to go back and do that, which I did. And I'm glad I did. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So this year my goal is to get the other 2 albums done. So 2017 and 2018. 2017 I have to do monthly because I don't have pictures. That's one thing that scrapbooking really helps with, is like making or having you intentionally take pictures. It's so important. So I feel like there's 1 month in 2017, the album I'm working on right now, that I don't even have a single picture, not even one. So I'm gonna have to like go through a bunch of archives and see like, can I find even one picture? And it was from like Easter, like the month of Easter. I don't have a single picture. Just so sad. But, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, so, right. Let's see what else I've got here. Oh, you're so close. You're so close to done with 2018. That's amazing. I have a few spreads, and that's it of 2018. So pretty soon I'll be, you know, that'll be the year I'm on too. But you'll be long done by the time I get there, for sure. Okay. So we've got this. I've got, this is going to, let's bring this back over here. All right, so we've got the picture, and that I was thinking about, like, what else do I want to put on here? Nope. That's cute though. Nope. I was thinking about doing some kind of like banner up here. Get out of here, you. So I've got like love this, love and joy, and then this like get cozy, which is kind of cute up there. I gotta think about that. I also had this. I meant to put this on the front page because I like it. Put the Noel star. We'll think about that too. Okay, so yeah, do you guys think I should do that? Do you think I should put those banners up there, or is that too? The only thing that I'm not sure about is that they're not, like, I would have preferred to have 2 this size because it's not quite to scale. I don't know. It's kind of cute. What do you guys think over there? And then that is going to be that. The back side. The back side, I have this. I'll probably do it that way. Yeah, I like it that way. So I'm thinking about putting the Santa down here. What else do I have? Or I could do, yeah, I'd probably just leave that blank because it's the back side, so it's not really a title. Okay, you guys are saying yes? Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Plus it helps me use my stuff too, so it's all good. It says making spirits bright, which I'm going to use this just because I love it. I love the Santa in this collection this year. All right, let's do our banners. Add that to here. And we'll do that. So are any of you guys still working on December Daily, or has everybody pretty much moved on? And if you are done, did you finish your December Daily, or are you waiting to finish it like next year? I know a lot of people wait and finish it like once the other products start releasing, just to like get excited for the year, which is really fun. That's really fun too. Day 4. Well, you're getting there. Hey, day 4 is still 4 days done. Gotta say. Work got in the way. Yes. It does, doesn't it? It does. For me, I think part of it is like having the commitment to be here and to share it with you guys. That helped to keep me going. And I told myself I couldn't put Christmas away until I was done. So finished last week. Yes, your album is turned out so good too, Diane. I really loved it. 12 days. Yes. 12 days is pretty is awesome too, Ingen. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you can, you know, as much as you can get done, but I agree with you that it's like when it stops being fun, you know, you can totally, nobody says you have to finish it. Like, you can put it away. Put it away and bring it back out when it's fun again. Yeah. I can get on board with that. Okay. So I think we're going to call that good. I'm going to get a thing. Page protector. Okay. So here's a page protector for the journaling, which would be good. Oh, wait, I missed something. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm so sorry about your loss. That's terrible. Man. Let's get it in the bag. Okay. Go down and don't bend. Okay, we got it. We're in. Okay, so. All right, so the last spread I have here, well, we have this, and then I'm going to end with this transparency, which, do I have a thing on it still? No. So I'm ending with the transparency, just because I thought that would be fun. Why not, right? I also really like the text. I felt like it went well with the other stuff in here. So then I'm using a layer template. This came from In a Creative Bubble. I don't know if she still has these exact ones, but I like her 3x8 templates. So it's just a matter of like, do I want to add anything to it at all? Or just call it good? Like if I put, well, set that to the side for now. So this would go like this over here. So we could put some like Duck the Halls. We could add some of those in there. I'm going to say no to all of that stuff. These are like little things. I don't know. I might just add the banners and call that good. Yep. Yes, journaling and scrapbooking is so totally, I agree with that. It is great therapy. It's really, I really like it and use it for dealing with, you know, grief and what do I want to say? Like turmoil, and the hard parts of life. Yeah. I think writing in general can be really therapeutic in that way, and scrapbooking can help it feel, I don't know, like adding stuff onto paper can just feel good. So like it's writing something down that feels not good, but in such a way that, you know, it can still feel good. I don't know if that makes sense at all. All right. So I think the only other thing I might do here is see if I've got anything that I can put on the side, and then that will be that. And this album will be totally done. What else do I have here? I never used that, the Give Love. I might use that in February. That would be a great sentiment for February. My grandma. I don't think I've done like an actual story about her. So I've written about my grandma a lot, especially in my December dailies throughout the years, because that was like one of her one of her favorite holidays. So like Christmases were always just like an important like gram thing. So I've written a lot about her there, but I don't think I've written about her like in my story albums. It'll probably just be, you know, like a sentiment at some point that will be that'll be the catalyst to me telling that story. So it's just, you know, like when that comes up at some point when I'm story planning. But it would be a great it would be a great way to talk about her, more. What do I have here? Green, maybe? I'm needed by short humans. Go take care of those short humans. And thank you for coming again. I really appreciated you being here. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Yeah. Actually, I have tiny ones. I kind of like this pink star on here to play off the pinks from the other side. What I have journaled about, though, I've journaled about my brother, which is, you know, just a relationship that, you know, has gone sideways and hopefully won't be sideways forever. I've journaled a lot about this year because, like, we needed to journal about this year with everything that's happened. In fact, I just did one today. That was one of my stories that I am telling later this month, is about needing to take time to rest away from all that's happened, because it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm enjoying the little things. Yeah. Just playing around with things at this point. I just need to like make a decision. Okay, I kind of like the stars. I think I'm just going to do that. Oh, okay. We're just doing the stars. I'm calling that good. Yeah, it is, Millie. It is. Like, super hard. So, you know, hopefully someday things will turn around and it'll be okay. Things will be okay. For now, they are what they are. You know? And I think, you know, for now, it's just for the people that are still here that we've lost, right? So they haven't passed on. They're still around, but they're not with us anymore. You know, it's just holding out hope that someday they will want that relationship again. And for the ones who we have lost, you know, it's just doing our best to remember them and to pass on the memories of them. And for me, that's why, especially in December, that's why I end up talking a lot about my grandma, is because I want to pass those memories on. I also, sometimes with my story kits, I will pick a family member and tell a story about them. So like, I didn't do this, but like for kindness, I could tell the story of like my sister, or for action, I'm trying to think like who in my family has done something that's been like really awesome. I don't know, I'd have to think about it, like who would be a good person to tell the story about, like taking action. And I try to do that often so that I can document their stuff too. Like I had one of the kits was watch that we crushed, and I told a story about my dad and like watching him interact with my kids. And I also told a story about my grandpa, and how he has something that he's like super passionate about, which is hunting and fishing. And I have crafting that I'm super passionate about, and how we share that we both have a hobby that's kind of like life consuming. So, you know, that was a story about my grandpa, and he's still around. But I want to preserve some of those stories and memories too. And those I put in an album. I call it our story album, like my family story album, where that's just a collection of like everything that is not specifically one of my kids. If it's one of them, it goes in theirs. Otherwise, it goes in the other one. Okay, you guys, so that, oh, did I put a 25 on here, or did I miss that completely? Oh, I did completely missed it. Okay, so we need a 25. I can't do 24 numbers and miss 25. So let's do 25. And then this one will be done. And we can do a quick flip through here. So I need 25. So where do I want to put you? Probably not on the title, even though that would have made sense. Oh, I have another one of these that's like really subtle. Okay, wait. What would you look like on this? Oh, I think I might do that. 25. Just put it down there. Okay. I have a gold, which is kind of like two, and a black. I feel like these are a little too bold, like too much. Plus you can't even see the black. So not that one. That one's like too much. So yeah, I'm just going to do this. Which, let's get that back on there. I think I'll just peel this up and see if it works. Yeah, see, so there's a story where you could talk about how you guys share that in common. That like, even though your crafts are different, even though your hobbies and what you love might be different, you share the fact that you both have something that you really love to do. And that is a story. Okay. So we're going to put the 25 right here. I just peeled it up so I could add a staple wherever my stapler went. And then that'll be that. That gives me my 25. Done and done. Okay, so let's get both these albums out here and we'll flip through them. And then probably next winter, like next, maybe September, or not September, September, maybe like November. In November of next year, I will probably do a like voiced over version where I can flip through. I might actually film that before I give this to them. So it'll be filmed this year, but I probably won't post it until next year. And same with the album that I did for us, where I will do the flip through of it next year, just as like a getting ready and getting excited for the coming year. So that is most likely what I'll do. Okay. Yes, the 20 things in 2020. Yes. That was a great story to tell. And I didn't even do it at the end of 2020. I don't remember when I did it. But it was a good one. You guys, I love these stories we're talking about. Yes, take them all. Take them all. Okay, you guys, so here are the two albums. So we have December 2020, Volume 1, Volume 2. So let's flip through these. I don't need that anymore either. So starting with Volume 1, we've got the intro here, which I don't think I did a process video for this, but super simple. Just papers and, decorated. This came from Michael's, and then that was the intro here. So then we've got the reason why. Story number 1 was a story about hope. So we've got the thrill of hope. We've got December looks like this with a picture of the 3 of them. I like to start the month usually with some kind of family picture. Then we've got wish lists. So this is story number 2. These open, each of them has a picture with the list taped to it. So we've got like Caitlin's list in here, and then Alex's, and then Mabel's. So they all have their wish list inside the little envelopes. Then we've got this one over here, number 3, is all about like things that brought joy. And so then these flip up. So we've got like the 3 things that brought her joy for that day. So all 3 of them there. And down at the bottom, we've also got, because this happened to be, so December 3rd was Mabel's 3 month. She turned 3 months old. So then we did month 1, month 2, and month 3. And then talked a little bit about that. So that is day 3. Day 4 was all about the playlist or songs, music that they were listening to. We've got the our faves. This came from some digital kit. I don't remember who it was, but this was a digital kit, so I did not draw this or color it. It came exactly like that. I just sized it to this. I turned it into a pocket with their favorite songs on it. So that is in there. We also, and we might still do it, where they videoed some songs that they sing to Mabel. So I just need to show them how to put it on YouTube and make it a private video for themselves or unlisted. And then we can create a QR code and put that on the back of here so they can scan the QR code, and that will take them to the videos of them singing to her. So that is something still that needs to be done. So Caitlin, we'll talk about that because we need to get that done. For day 5, what was this one about? Something about Mabel. Oh, I think I told them to just write a letter. No, this wasn't a letter. Tell a story about Mabel. Something about Mabel. So we mixed in some like normal stories. So like just tell me something about her that day. And so that's what we did there. For day 6, we talked about Zoom calls. So interacting with family over Zoom, which we took this was a stamp that I did a bunch of them, and then it just flips open to reveal a bunch of different journaling and whatnot there. So that is that one, and a quote from the Grinch about needing social interaction. Day 7 was about decorating their home. This opens up and has some extra photos in here, if I can get it out. So some extra photos. These are just on a brad, so they swivel. We've got photos in here, photos, and some extra journaling. So that is in the pocket there. These pockets were really super cute. They're from Pinkfresh Studio, and I really liked using them this year. On the back, I told them to dress Mabel in one of their favorite outfits and take a picture and tell me why they love that outfit. So there's Mabel in her like bear suit, and they talked about, journaling about that. Day 9 was about what work looks like this year. Caitlin works in retail, and so usually December is like the worst month of any month. So, but this year, because she had given birth and was on maternity leave, she didn't have to work this year. And so it was talking about how things were different, and then what she's going to be doing in the future for work, and how that's going to change. Day 10 was about favorite things, so 10 favorite things, and they each filled out. So my brother-in-law has his, which is here. This tucks into a cut file from Paige Evans, that same 25 days one. I just sewed it on the 2 edges in order to make these into tuck spots. So they both come out and have their journaling right in there. So that is that one. And then day 11 was about our light scavenger hunt. So we went and looked at lights. I've got some extra journaling up in the top, so that just tucks in between the photo and the backside. And then we've got the lights that they found. I added a little bit of trim on there just to spruce it up, some more lights. This was our actual scavenger hunt file. So I make them into 3x8s so that I can put it into my album. So I do that for me. So it worked for them too. And then we've got day 12, which was an advent. So they made their own beer advent, which we did the same thing, but they did theirs together. So we talked about that, had a picture of it in here, and that was that one. And then day 13 is the last one for this album, and it was about their new ornaments that they got this year. So we have some pictures here, and then the journaling tag pulls out with journaling on the back about why they chose the ornaments that they chose. So that is volume 1, all completed. Then we move into volume 2. We've got, to start volume 2, I added the December 2020 acrylic from Colorcast Designs. Then we've got day 14 so we started with So Much Fun All Together. This is a story about a childhood story. So I asked them to tell me about a childhood Christmas memory. They each wrote one. So this one was Caitlin's, this one was Alex's, and then you pull out and there's a picture of Caitlin when she was a little girl. that she had included. So that just tucks in between the photo and the card. Then on the back side, I asked them to write a letter to Mabel. So this was the letter. And so again, my brother-in-law was like super involved with this, which is so cool. So he wrote a letter and my sister-in-law wrote a letter. So both of them are tucked into a vellum pocket. I stamped Dear Mabel on the front. That is my niece's name. And then they just flip open and have their letters to her on the inside, which I think will be something really special for her to go back in the future and read for herself, like what her parents had to say to her when she was just a baby. This I have to adhere together. I left it apart because I wasn't sure if this needed to go in volume 1, if this was going to get too bulky, but it actually is just fine. So I can go ahead and adhere that. For day 16, I asked them to tell a story about an old ornament, and they don't really have a lot of older ornaments, so she picked one that had a picture of both her grandma and her grandpa in it because they have both passed away. I think her grandma passed away this year. So this right here opens, so it pulls off the rings and opens up, and on the inside she has a story about her grandpa and a story about her grandma. So a little bit about both of them and what Christmases were like with them and the type of people that they were. So then this turns, and this is another one, this works the same exact way. This I filled with a cut file and did a little bit, so there's like our 17 on there. I added some washi just to make it look cute. And then this does the same thing where it opens up. And this is a story about gratitude, so things that she was grateful for. And we paired it with a picture of my brother-in-law and my niece, which this is maybe one of my favorite pages. I really like the look of this one. I also really love this. it's just fun. For day 18, they told, we did their tags. So this is something I do in my album and something we wanted to include in theirs. So each of them filled out a tag or filled out questions that went on the tag. So it was their name, their age, thankful for, hoping for this season, favorite memory from 2020, and most looking forward to in 2021. And then the back side just has photos of them. So they're all 3 in here and all 3 of their tags. And those just tuck into a pocket. So that's 18. Day 19, I told them to tell a story about their dads. So I've got a picture of Caitlin's dad, and then on the inside of this pocket over here is the story about her dad that she wrote. And then same thing for my brother-in-law's dad. So this is my father-in-law. And then that opens up and he wrote a story about his dad. So then that folds up and goes into this pocket. Really love this one. I think that was a great idea for a story to tell about somebody specific in your family who's not like your immediate family. For day 20, we talked about movies that they watched. So we did half of a viewfinder here. I filled in the middle portion, added the number for the day. The backside is just embellishments, and then there is some journaling to go with it. Day 21 is about baking. So we've got the treat that they make every year, which we still haven't had, but we'll get it. In 2021 is the year for Erin and I to have their special cookies that we never get. They are, what kind of cookies are they? Wait, right here, chocolate mint cookies. So, I mean, they sound delicious. So we've got this little tag here with a picture of like before the melted. And then this is the recipe for it, for the mint chocolate cookies. These tuck into a little pocket here for safekeeping. And then there's the big picture of them. And then we just have the ones from today. So the story about the gifts they gave, the story about Christmas Adam, which is a party that we host, and we did it virtually this year. The story about Christmas Eve. This opens and has the journaling and photos. This little embellishment cluster here that we just did, along with Christmas. Then we've got Intro to Christmas, my niece journaling a card, and then pictures of the day. And have yourself Merry Little Christmas, let your heart be light. Woo! There we go. So 2020, December daily documenting, totally done. Ah. All right. Thank you, Diane, for coming. And yeah, I'm super pumped to have this done. So excited. So excited to go and deliver it to them maybe this weekend. So thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. All right. So for those of you who are still here, I've got like 30 more minutes on the clock here. So what we can do next is let me bring up my I keep wanting to say one little word, week in the life. So, and show you just where I'm starting for week in the life, because this will be what we're working on next week. So, week in the life, I have the Yellow Stripe album, which I love the Yellow Stripe album. And one of the things about this is that my album actually came broken, so I need to fix it before I work in it. I think I have the pieces here somewhere. I was going to show you guys what I use to fix them. I don't know what I did with those. But I have these pieces that I can use to fix albums when they come. Like you can see this is broken here. Where are they? Well, I'll have to locate them. And then I'll show you guys maybe next week. I'll do it with you. Anyway, it's just a piece that goes through and it screws on. So then this stays attached. What in the world did I do with them? I don't know. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so we've got the album. Inside of the album, I had preset myself up with a few different things. So in Allie's class for this, she made a traveler's notebook, which I loved, and had it where she had these right now pages like printed and ready to go. And I want to add those. So I have journaling ready to go. I just need to like fill these in. And what I'm going to do is fill it in and put a photo. So fill it in, put a photo, fill it in, put a photo for all four of us. Then this is going to tuck inside of the pocket here, right? And this I just made with paper. Like I made my own, made it with paper that will wind up, and I'm going to adhere it on the inside of my album right there. So then what I did, that girl, she's so needy. Yeah, Mabel. Okay, so, when I set this thing up back in May, because I set this up back in May, I took all the pictures, I did all the journaling, and then I never came back to it. So I had already set myself up with like what I'm going to do for the flow of my album, which will help me when I go back to do it, pick out like what photos I want to print. So I've got the beginning part. So I have this like this week documenting. I'm going to add my reason why to the back of this. So then I already set up all of my dividers. So I've got like the big number here. There were like these, what is that called? Plastic, pleather, no, rubber, rubber pieces, and then added some details to it. So like you'll see that every month already has the divider done and ready to go. So that is done. Then my plan is to do a full page photo with an overlay. So we'll have the overlay on here, and then on the back, I'm going to do another full page photo. So I've got the page protector here and ready for it. This album is not going to be outside of the page protectors, I don't think. I might have some like full page photos, like these will probably be outside, and I might just have these in here as placeholders. But a lot of it will go in the actual pockets. I've got Monday, so I've got journaling ready to go on this, and then we'll do photos and a photo or some kind of journaling card there. I've got like a layer template that I want to do, a bunch of like journaling that I can put there. Then I've got the 2x2 pockets that I want to put like pieces of life on one side and hourly photos on the other side. I wanted to do routines. So like the routine for the day, an in list sort of a thing. And then I've got the pockets here. So some cards, photos, quotes, that sort of thing. I am going to put a quote for each day, which I wrote down. So I have that. I have these already filled out from the month of, and then I'll put a full page photo on the back. So that is going to be the flow for each day. But what I decided to do when I did Week in the Life this year is every single day I did from the perspective of somebody different. Because I thought that would be a really fun and different way of documenting our week than I did the year before. So like Monday, I think I did from, I forget whose perspective it was from, let me see. It might have been from Jonah. So like Monday might be Jonah and Tuesday might be Isabella. Wednesday could be me. Thursday would be Aaron. Friday, one of the days I did from the perspective of the cat, so Mr. Dibs, because at that point we didn't have Pumpkin yet. We just had Dibs. And then Saturday and Sunday I did as like our full family. So my album is set up kind of already with that. There are some of these that I haven't filled out, but I have written down. So I like to have my handwriting look pretty nice in these, so I just wanted to take my time when I actually went to put that stuff in. And then I've got my packet of supplies, right? That is like pretty much untouched. So I have stamps. I didn't even know I had that. So that's good to know because I haven't looked at any of this. I've got my embellishments, which I will pull everything out and put it in containers when I'm working on it because that just makes life easier for me. I can see it all better. And then, you know, I've got my flow. That's going to help me pick my photos, make sure that my journaling is in the right formatting. So then this all closes up. And then the other thing that I have to start with is this basket. And this has been sitting, this has been sitting on top of my shelf for 7 months. So inside, yeah, I did. I just turned everything around like a million times. So inside each of these bags is ephemera pieces from that day. And then I also have this giant packet of journaling. So this is where I have everything, written down. So I've got like, and this helps me for sure, right? So like here is Tuesday the 12th was from Jonah's perspective. Here's everything he did that day. Then I've got like what we ate, observations, overheard, gratitude, favorite moments. Oh, that one's Izzy's. And then I've got like a photo checklist. So I knew I wanted to get photos. I wrote down what those photos were by the hour. There are some things that I don't, like I never took the flat lay photo, but I still can because I wrote down everything that he was into at this point in time. So I can go find all those things, still take a flat lay picture of it. And even though I just took it now, it doesn't matter. And so that's really where I'm starting from. So I've got all of this filled out, ready to go. So I did Izzy, Jonah, me, Aaron, Dibs, the family. And on the day when when I was documenting Aaron, I have those pages that are handwritten, and I actually had him do his own. So like I have his handwriting for, you know, his prompt was today so he wrote out, today I did all these things, which is really fun. I love that I have, you know, some of his stuff in here. And then the bags, these bags just have a bunch of stuff in them, and it pertains to whoever it was. So I've got like, this was from a gift bag, I think. This was from like the Lunchable because she was eating Lunchables. I have a beer thing in here. This was something that she made that I can like cut apart and add in. I've got a card from Mother's Day. So like all kinds of stuff. Texas toast. We did some like painting that day. So I've got some watercolor paintings that we did. Like there's one of Izzy's that can go in. So every day I made sure to pull out things that I could add into my book when I got to it. So this will be a little bit like Christmas, going through it all and seeing what the heck I kept, because I don't even know at this point. But I am really excited to go through it and see. Will you be posting your planning sheets for this year's one little, or I keep wanting to say one week in life? I might. So these ones right here, not those. This week in the life hourly, plus this week in the life, like food, observation, all of this. Is this one too? That was mine. These two are actually on Allie's website, and I believe that they are free. So when I work on this project next week, I will find this and link it, because these were brilliant, and I'm pretty sure that they were free in her blog. So I'll just have to find where I found those. But I will, like when I get to Week in the Life, I probably will be doing some massive prep work, because you guys know that I can't not. And when I do, I'll put together what I can and make that available for you guys to use, because I know that it helps to keep things together. But yes, a lot of this was from Allie, and I just used it from her. So that is my week in the life. So that is what we're going to start working on next week. I'm hoping to do like 2 days each night, maybe more, because each day has, all of those pages. It's got all of these to work on. So if I can get 2 days done each night, then that'll be like in 1 month we'll be done with Week in the Life. I do have 1 day in the life set to still do. So I did the first day in the life, but not the second. Again, I've got all the stuff. Everything's documented. I just need to put together the album. So I'll probably do Week in the Life, and then we'll do Day in the Life. And then after that, I'll probably start working on some travel albums again. That is sort of my plan. So that is that. Yes, and I will show you guys that. When I'm not going to fix this right now. I will fix it next week on my live, so I can show you how I fix that. And then that way I also will remember to look up what the piece is called, and I'll link it, because this happens every once in a while. I think I had like 3 albums that broke over the last couple of years. So yeah, so those come in handy. So that is Week in the Life. What else? We still have time. Do you guys want to see where I'm at on my Heba Alcibi inspired reading journal? I can show you guys that if you like. I'm gonna go grab it. Like, who else is doing it? Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right, so let me grab it. Yeah, we're gonna grab it over here. So my reading journal. Here's my reading journal. So I got one of the notebooks from Archer and Olive, which is amazing. So Heba's been, promoting them, not promoting them, but like, raving about them. That's what I should say. Heba's been raving about Archer and Olive forever. Like forever, since I started watching her, forever. And so I finally did it. I finally went and got one. Oh, see you later, Caleb. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming. When do we say no? You're right. I should know better. So I ordered this one recently, like within the last month. And it's so pretty. I love it. So this is going to be, I'm literally setting mine up, you guys, the exact same way as hers. So I need to figure out like a large stamp that I can put 2021 on here. I want the one that she has so bad, because it's like huge, and I love it. I've thought about using my travel one, but it's just like not as big as I want it to be. Like I want it to be bigger. So I don't know. I gotta think about it. I have to decide if it's worth it to buy a new large number stamp, just so I can stamp that, but I would use it again, right? Like I wouldn't only use it for this. So that's going to be my title page, right? And then on the inside, I'm going to stamp out the year, which I was super bummed because I wanted to get a stamp set that I could just stamp out the months, but I couldn't find one anywhere. And then Paper Person showed their new subscription kit, and guess what stamp set they are coming out with? It's a monthly one. I'm so excited. So I'm like, the timing could not be more perfect. So I'm going to stamp out the months on here, and then we're going to get into it. So Heba does an every night challenge, and I thought that was a really great idea because I too like to read a little bit before I go to sleep. I don't like the last thing I look at before I go to bed to be a screen. So even if I only read 2 pages, I don't care. It's something, you know, I'm looking at something other than a screen. But typically I try to read 1 chapter of a book at night and 1 chapter of a book in the morning. Sometimes it ends up being more. But that is typically my goal. If I can't do a whole chapter, that's fine too. Like today I only read 2 pages this morning and I was fine with that. So I start my day with reading and I end my day with reading. And this is just the every night. So I need to still stamp out my months in here and then actually like color in the days that I have done this so far. Add a few like embellishments. So I don't have anything like embellished quite yet. I did the bookshelfie. And this one I hand drew because I don't have the stamp set that Heba has where they're like really large books. So I wanted mine to be somewhat big so I could write in them easily. Yes, Leah, that's what I'm going to do. You're right. I could totally just cut that out with my silhouette. That's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to have to buy a whole nother stamp set. They're like $25 for a stamp set. That's a lot to just for that. So that was a great suggestion, and I should have thought of that myself. Oh well. So anyway, bookshelfie. So my plan is to write in the spines the name of the books I read and color them in. So at the end of the year, it's like a super colorful bookshelf full of books. I did put a few things in, like I've got a globe that was from a Paige Evans, it's the Paige Evans Horizon stamp set. So that's that one. I have a tea mug, which was from Caffeinated. It was a caffeinated stamp set from Feed Your Craft. The plants, there are 3 of them. Those are from, what was it called? Staycation, which was a Feed Your Craft stamp set as well. And then I've got these like potion bottles. I have a wand. I have some glasses and I have a bird cage. And all of those came from Harry Potter stamp sets because I love Harry Potter. So whenever I see something Harry Potter, I have to have it. And I actually do have a wand, like a Harry Potter wand on my bookshelf. So yeah, that was happening. That's true. Cutting machines are expensive too. And the books that she got her, so the book stamp that Heba has, I think was from Studio Calico, but it was from a long time ago. So I don't think they have it anymore. They have a new one, but the books are smaller. I wanted to have enough space to actually write out the titles in here. My book goal for 2021, I would like to read 50 books. I would really like to read 52 books, so 1 book per week, but we'll see. At the very least, if I can read 24 books this year, then that would be me completing every book for my local book club and every book for Heba's book club. So if I can at the very least do those 2, then that I will feel good about that. But there's no, I can read 52. That's not a big deal. It's like what, January 14th, and I'm on book number 5 right now. So like I can do it. So then I've got my Goodreads challenge. So for Goodreads, I did say that I wanted to do 50. This goes up way past 50. But what I'll do is fill in the title and put my review. And that's pretty much it. So I still need to fill this in. These were like, seriously, I just copied Heba because I thought it would be really fun. So I copied her. I've got the A to Z, so I can write in the goal is to read one book that starts with each letter in the alphabet, just to like help change up some of the books that you're reading. This will be to be read, so I still need to stamp out a title that says TBR, so to be read for future books, which I have some I need to add on here. Like we just read the Daisy Jones and the Six, or I just read that, which is for Heba's book club, which is called Reading with Heba, and you can find that on Instagram. And it was an excellent book. Like it was so good. And that same author has like one or two other ones that are highly recommended. So those are going on my list. Millie, I was the same way. I've always been an avid reader, like super avid reader until recent years, and I haven't been as much. So I really want to read more. And I figure if I just read a little bit at night and a little bit in the morning, that will get me there. Like I can get there. I'm also a super fast reader, so I think that definitely helps too. This is a bingo, so I need to put in bingo. This was, again, Heba. So like literally go watch her video because she shows you how she does all of this and it's amazing. So I went online and I looked up different bingo cards to find different books. So I've got like, read a fiction book, that will be easy. Read a book with a female author, one that takes place in another country, one that's got a male main character, a book about an animal, a mystery about a president, historical fiction, graphic novel, something like about science. So I figured like nonfiction about science, but then also a science fiction. Something that has been newly released, a bestseller, a book that became a movie, a book that was published the year I was born, and nonfiction, a nonfiction book. So we'll see how many of those I can get crossed off. This is going to be favorite, so I'll stamp the word fave in the top box, and then in the bottom box I will stamp total, so that my favorite book title of the month, and then the total number of books I read that month. So that's going to go there. And then the last page that I have for now, I'm considering doing like one more and having 3 pages that look just like this. I probably actually will. So then this one will be my local book club. So like I can put in the book that we read for my book club here, which is my sister-in-law, Caitlin, my sister, Haley, and then our mutual friend. So it's just 4 of us, and we pick a different book every month and we read it. So I have that one. I'm thinking about doing the same thing for my Reading with Heba, so I can keep track of specifically which ones were read for book clubs. And then originally, and I still want to, I want to do a page where I've got a box for every month where I can, at the end of the month, stack up like the physical books that I read and take a picture of it on a book stand, and then put in like my stacks and call it like Lost in the Stacks or something. Because I think that would be a fun like picture to add. Because for me, I like to have pictures in here too. I think that would be fun, like pictures of the books or whatnot. So yeah, so that is my reading journal. And then what will happen is like I'm thinking if I do like Reading with Heba, book club, and then Lost in the Stacks, then this right here will become 2022. So this will all be 2021, and then this will be 2022. So this can just keep on going for a lot of years. And that's pretty much my plan for this. So it's really fun. It's been really fun to put this together, kind of like something. Most things that I make, I film while I make it, just because why not? But this one I didn't, because it's not my idea. Like I didn't come up with any of this. So I didn't film myself doing any of it. So it's just been kind of like, I don't know, kind of fun to like do something for the sake of just for having fun. So anyway, that's my reading journal. And my stack of stamps to use to do the rest of my titles. I do have a bunch of ephemera pieces left over from last year's book theme release from Future Craft. So those will go in here. And then I'll show you guys this. It'll be like a little sneak peek. There are some book themed ephemera pieces coming out in the Future Craft kit tomorrow. The whole kit is not book themed. It's very much like self-care and books and like being at home and being cozy and taking time for yourself, that sort of thing. But there are book pieces. So there's like this little bookcase, and there's a couch, there's a Kindle with currently reading, a stack of books, a girl in a window, and then this like reading all the books. So these I'm going to add into this as well. So there's like a little sneaky peek for you on what you can find in tomorrow's kit, which is amazing. Like, prepare yourself. It's amazing. And it comes out at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, you know, set your alarms for that. All right, you guys, I think that's all I got for you. So next week we will be back, and yes, it's Futurecraft, Millie. Yep, Futurecraft. So yeah, so next week we'll be back. We'll be working on Week in the Life, hopefully getting Monday and Tuesday done, and yeah, I'm ready to move on to something that's not December. So that is that. All right. Well, you guys, I think that will be it for today. I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to take some pictures of the stuff that I did today, and I'll do some close-up images of the pages that we did today on Instagram on Saturday. So if you want to see anything closer up, those will be on Instagram Saturday. Yes. Oh, and just in case you're still wondering, yes, ephemera pieces, Futurecraft kit that's coming out tomorrow, the 15th. Also coming out tomorrow, if any of you guys are taking One Little Word, the One Little Word workshop will have added content from all of the instructors. So an introduction to all of the instructors, plus some video footage on like how we are all documenting our One Little Word this year. So if you are in that workshop, make sure that you don't forget about that tomorrow. I mean, it'll be there for the rest of the workshop, but it does come out tomorrow. So there's that too. All right, you guys. So I hope you all have a great weekend. And tomorrow you'll see my Futurecraft unboxing, a story project with it, and a story kit crush. So tomorrow is another like massively big day. But then after that, I won't be back again until Monday. So you guys have a great weekend. Yeah, thank you guys for being here and being the highlight to my week as well. So thank you, Kelly. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your night. Bye.